Something truly remarkable has happened in Bitcoin in the last few days. Have a look at the long-term holder flow change. In the past, long-term holders timed the market pretty well. They sold the top, they bought back in at the bottom, they again sold the top. But since Bitcoin hit 110K roughly, they continued selling. That was one of the major reasons why the price kept dipping. But this is now finally turning around. There is no aggressive buying just yet, but at least the market is getting into an equilibrium. In the end, it's all just a game of supply versus demand. But interestingly enough, there are quite consistent trends here. For example, check this out. This is the value days destroyed in Bitcoin. This goes up when the dormant Bitcoin suddenly gets reactivated. When the diamond hands, the whales, they tend to usually not move their Bitcoin when they suddenly make changes to their allocation. In the bear market, they don't touch their BTC. When we hit new all-time highs in Bitcoin, they are selling. So they tend to sell at elevated prices. And now, just recently, in the last few days, we went into green territory again. So another sign that the sell pressure that we've seen in the last few weeks when Bitcoin went from 125K below 90K, that sell pressure might now come to an end. In case you haven't noticed yet, I've even renamed my channel. It's not anymore Bearhard. I'm more neutral now. It's Gerhard. But it's not yet renamed to Bullhard, and that has a reason. I'm not yet 100% bullish. There are some signs that I want to see flipped first. Now, a positive sign is the current momentum. We are above the 44-day simple moving average. And that historically used to be the best moving average for Bitcoin. That's the line we see in orange. Whenever we are above that moving average, we should be buying. Whenever we are below the moving average, we should be selling or betting on falling prices. I've backtested all the moving averages from the 2-day up to the 200-day. Buying and holding during the time period is this reference line here in black. And the x-axis shows the duration, as in the best moving average duration is this one here, the 44-day simple moving average. That gave annualized the best performance. That's then how that looks like over time, right? Buying and holding is this white line, and trading according to the 44-day simple moving average is the line in turquoise. And so I very much like this moving average. I very much like to follow it. And it's one of the reasons why I've been able to avoid this crash in the last few weeks. I don't really like doing it, but that's how the YouTube game works. That's how the algorithm works. Please give this video a like if what you've seen so far has been useful. Thank you very much. There's also a copy trading vault for the premium members. Again, that has made almost 10% return, while Bitcoin during the same time period lost 23%. So you bet on falling prices when we go below, we bet on rising prices when we go above. And so just following this simple optimized indicator, at least historically, was a good winning strategy, and since we use this in practice, seems to still be a winning approach to this day. And so why am I not yet 100% bullish? It's because the momentum is positive, but unfortunately the sources of potential future demand aren't as stable as they first appear to be. For example, this here. This is the amount of Bitcoin that's held by the ETFs. This did not go up over the last 5 to 6 months. Now, what did go up though is the number of Bitcoin that's held by the treasury companies. But that line here, that trend might also slow down in the near future. Especially MicroStrategy will have a hard time buying more Bitcoin. This is the MicroStrategy price relative to the Bitcoin price. The vertical line is when MicroStrategy started to buy Bitcoin. And unfortunately, over the last 12 to 13 months, MicroStrategy stock has underperformed the Bitcoin price by 64%. Now, why is that a problem? It's a problem because the NAV premium is going down. It's now at only 1.03. Now, the NAV premium measures how much MicroStrategy is valued relative to its Bitcoin holdings. When the stock price is very high, when the market cap of the company is very high relative to the Bitcoin holdings, then Michael Saylor can simply sell stock in order to buy more Bitcoin. So there's directly free money to be made here, right? One Bitcoin that's bought by Michael Saylor then turns into, in this case, $1.03. And so that's money directly made by Michael Saylor. One Bitcoin bought by him turns into 1.03 Bitcoin in terms of US dollars once it's on the balance sheet. At least that's the idea of the infinite money glitch. But again, this is only now 3% of a net asset value premium. And it will not take long until this is negative if the current trend prevails. If MicroStrategy stock continues to underperform Bitcoin like this, then Michael Saylor will have a hard time buying more Bitcoin. And then, of course, a major source of demand, of long-term holder demand, also dries up. The long-term holders aren't selling, but the treasury companies, especially Michael Saylor, won't be able to buy that much either. Another reason why I haven't rebranded to Bullhard just yet is the stablecoin market cap. Over the last 3 months, this went pretty much sideways. The growth was very, very slow, and usually during the same time period, the stablecoin market cap tends to trend up much quicker, as in there's more money flowing from traditional finance into the crypto ecosystem. When the stablecoin market caps are going up, that means people are depositing into crypto. When the stablecoin market cap is going down, people are withdrawing from crypto. And unfortunately, the growth in the last 3 months was not great at all. But of course, the lack of selling by the long-term holders, by the diamond hands, is very positive. This creates a lot of excitement. Many altcoins are up this week. And there is a good chance that this trend will continue because there is a lot of money still on the sidelines. The stablecoin dominance is very, very high. That's this chart here. Whenever there's a lot of money on the sidelines, when the stablecoin dominance is high, we tend to have depressed crypto prices. Whenever the stablecoin dominance is low, then the market is very much fully risk on, is fully deployed. We do not necessarily need that many more inflows into crypto, at least in the next weeks, for prices to continue to appreciate, simply because we've got so much money that's just laying on the side. Have a look at the Bitcoin price during that period. We want to buy whenever we are green. We want to sell whenever we are red, and now is rather a time to buy. If the stablecoin dominance continues to go down, if this is the near-term future, then crypto prices, including Bitcoin, of course, will appreciate. It does make sense that the stablecoins are starting to get deployed, that the market is not completely fearful anymore because the long-term holders aren't selling and we do have positive momentum again. Are we going all the way down to the 5% stablecoin dominance mark? That very much depends on whether or not money can flow into the system again from traditional finance. If you're interested in joining the copy trading vault that follows the 44-day simple moving average and you want to get this kind of performance, of course, past backtesting performance is no guarantee for future performance, but if you simply want to get your money in here because we are in profit over the last few months while the vast majority has lost, then feel free to check out Premium. A link to Premium pops up here on the screen. Just click on that. It will lead you to the website. If it's the very first time here, feel free to subscribe. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Cheers.